It's time for another episode of Journey Through Eorzea with your host, this man, Tiberius Fox. We are fresh off of the Crystal Tower raid series. I'm kind of glad that I know I kind of killed the last episode pretty fast all of a sudden. I just realized I was like, why not just leave it as a three-parter, right? Like you've got one episode is Labyrinth, one episode is Circus Tower, and one episode is World of Darkness instead of like toting 10 minutes into part 6 for no reason. And it ended up working out because lo and behold, this is the third, not the first or second, the third time I've tried to record this section, and better now at the very, very beginning than otherwise, because things keep happening in real life to inhibit me from continuing this. So, with that, let's talk to Minfilia for definitely the first time, definitely not the third time, the first time, and figure out what's going on. We are in part 6 is Traitor in the Midst, so she's going to tell us about it, and we're going to get going. I'm sure it has nothing to do with Ilberd, for sure. Definitely not. Try as I might, I cannot shake the creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under the constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you can be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution of the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Eorzea is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the Dark Beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then more of current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, both ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Alright, so we're gonna go and try and coerce Alphino because he's not listening to anybody else, which is fair. Alright, so now that the third time's the charm, I mean the first time definitely, let's move on and see where we're at and where we're going. Okay. There's Ilberd. Definitely not suspicious. I'll look up your nose if I have to. I know you're suspicious. Alright, anyway. Alphanode. What is it, Tiberius? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. I like that, Thancred's down there practicing balancing and tossing a knife around. Not distracting at all. Man. Which is not to say that the men my men want for labor. Though we are but a newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted this resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with particulars. My thanks in advance, Tiberius. Alright. We'll talk to the not-at-all suspicious Ilberd. Let's go talk to not-suspicious. You know, looking a little sloppy there, buddy. I don't know about that.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Dialogue. I wasn't ready.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause.
Coiled, you say? Would you say that they were bindingly coiled? No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
Okay, so if I understand what's going on, and again, knowing what happens later on, he's trying to, like, misdirect us already. Like, oh yeah, don't look at my left hand, look at my right hand.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly.
Because I think, don't him and Roban go back quite a ways?
Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
He seems so well balanced and good. Like, it just in retrospect, like, obviously, we know Ilberd is the bad guy, right? But it's like, he seems so normal, so... I will say, one thing that's kind of crappy in modern writing that I don't think is present in this, at least not, you know, I've only talked to him for like 2 minutes, but when someone's a villain now, but they're pretending not to be, it's super duper obvious. They're like, oh yeah, definitely not this very shady character that's very, you know, creepy and weird and everything else. Couldn't possibly be that guy. You know what I mean? I wonder, is the... Okay, I still haven't gone and done the event. I should probably do that. But yeah, they just make it super obvious. He's actually playing it off very well, so I'm not, like, suspicious necessarily, you know, genuinely.
Well, what brings you here, my friend?
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
They could have made his model smile right there. Like, they actually look jazzed to see him.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel.
See, he
When
did.
you told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look
Now
at
he's
you,
smiling.
the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not?
Don't mind him.
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
Man, that's got to be, like, everything that happens, that's got to be really hard on Rauban. Like, Rauban's had a rough go, dude. From, like, Alamigo and everything else, and then just, like, ugh, it's so brutal.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Got some Raoban backstory. So apparently he was imprisoned and won 1,000 matches. I mean, I did that in Oblivion. So
spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
don't be so hard on yourself, Raoban. You're a cool dude.
But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
The one thing I will say about Raoban, man, this dude screams he needs a vacation. Always busy, always doing business. Scars on his face and his body from constant battle. You know, and then it's like, dude, just give the dude a vacation, man. Like, give him some time off. Send him to Costa del Sol, you know what I mean?
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
Well, that's convenient.
So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first?
I just immediately thought of, like, Star Wars Episode 1. It can only mean one thing. Invasion. It's like, I got that same vibe.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
If only he'd have waited like a couple of expansions, we would have gotten it back and it'd have been fine, but no.
Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Oh yes, it's my title now. I'm just Scion. Scion, Adventurer, Warrior of Light. Oh my gosh, the constant advertising for your get-togethers. My goodness. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levelou. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. So we can talk to Master Levelou. Alright. That guy's named after a sugar-covered nut. He's praline. Well, that's what he was looking for, but that's what he is. Alright. I like the crystal sword. That's cool. Alright, let's see what we got. These are kind of coming together, though. You got like the Doman kids here and everything else. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You recall the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering at the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts? Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours was taken captain. Captain. We captured him and made him captain on the spot. Alright. Has been taken captive. Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for their safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Aliand of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to the Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Okay. Sure. Also, something else I noticed I didn't notice before. He's captain, so he has like the white collar on, where all the other ones have the black collars on, or like the dark blue ones. So, alright, the tangle. Oh, it's just out that way? Okay. For some reason I said the tangle, I just thought of the shroud, so. I was like, which one's Castrum Sentry? I don't remember which one Castrum Sentry is. Oh, ugh. You people and your flying hands and what have you. I'd like to disappoint everyone by letting them all know I did not win the lottery yes again for the like 1000th time in my 10-year tenure. I used to think that's what tenure meant. I used to think your tenure just meant like 10 years. Like that was like your time. Right? You're like, oh yeah, what about my tenure, right? And I was like, he's been there for 10 years? That was just me misunderstanding English, which is fun. But I digress. In my 10-year tenure, I have never won the lottery. I don't think many people have. That'd be a heck of a thing. I always think that, like, you know, one day it's gonna happen, but it hasn't so far. You would aid us in a rescue mission? We are in your debt, warrior of light. Now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the Castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse, with her hurts. With her hurts? I wanted to say with her wounds. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Or our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that bonds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while the comrade suffers. We, the remains of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. I mean, I don't need to do any of that. I can just go do it. It's fine. No, it's just sometimes the way they word stuff just like throws me. You know what I mean? It's like, why with her hurts? Why would you say that? Why wouldn't you say with her wounds or with her wounded? I would give you all those, right? But just like with her hurts, I don't know. Oh man, security's real good around here. I'll tell you what. Definitely not stopping me from driving right in here in my car. This is comical to watch if you're like just looking at it as a layman. You're like, man, that security's not doing anything. No, it's not. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's around the corner, isn't it? It's through the next one more door. Not to be confused with Mordor. Alright, there we go. That's my triple play. Let's go. Triple play is the play to play. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. Cat girls, man. And thank you, warrior of light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with these wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you would create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again when we are safely outside these walls. Just a commanding officer shouldn't have to wear a hat. Why didn't you wear a hat? Why like the rest of them? Explain yourself to me. Alright. Let's see. So I need to defeat Imperial troops that appear at specified location. I'm going to assume this is one of them. Oops, I accidentally killed that guy. My bad. Sorry, oops, I killed all your dudes. It'd be a real shame if I killed all your mans. Anyone ever see the old Flash cartoon where Yuffie just jokes about stealing all their materia? Like, well, it'd be a real shame if I stole all your materia. That's like such an old thing. As time goes on, I was watching a video today, and it really dated me. They were all joking, and they're asking, they're going around like a body shop, I think it was, or like a mechanic's office, or something like that. I think it was. And they're going around and they're asking guys, and they're saying, oh, when were you born? And like the first few say, oh yeah, 2005, and I thought, oh lord. This guy was born after Halo 2 came out, good grief. And then the next guy is like, oh yeah, I was born in like 95, and every time someone announces how old they are, they show like a clip, and like all the people that were like in the 90s, they were like saying like dinosaur, like basically saying if you were born before the year 2000, like you're ancient. And I'm thinking, no, I was born in the 80s, and then like one guy was actually in the 80s. I think his was like 87 or something like that, or 89, and they go and they just like literally start quoting the Bible. And I'm like, oh man, basically saying he's as old as Christ himself, which is like, come on, man. I ain't young, but I ain't that old. But their cruelty knows no bounds, so dating myself with my super old references. I was gonna say, I think this is a door, right? But it is the door back outside. As cool as this gloom stuff is, it puts everything in a weird light because that pink hue to everything. And then kind of looks strange. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Lavlieur. I shall go ahead and ride to the Rising Stones. I'm sure I'm slaughtering that, but I'm just kind of trying to do it in a sassy sort of thing. My wife can actually pronounce, like, she can actually speak a little bit of French and actually can, like, pronounce things in French. I can't do anything of the sort. I just mock it and make fun of it, usually, and make fun of myself by trying to pretend that I can for a second. But, alright, so we'll go talk to Commander Lavlieur, and we'll see what Alphino wants. I could really slaughter, call him Alpha Nod, but I'm not that cruel. I think Alpha Nod is doing just fine. I don't need to make fun of his name. Alright. People be popping off in here. Hang on, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go up here. 7. I wouldn't, and then 8. Okay, 8. That's 8 people in Revenant's Toll, man. What year is it? Not including, like, I think there's another one there. I don't think he was there. 9. There's probably some in here too in there. Yeah, there's another one. So, people in Revenant's Toll used to be like 40 or 50 all the time, but like, hey, I'll take like 9 or 10, no problem. Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess that having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to your expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Tiberius. Allow me to thank you also. Scion, sorry. I took a drink and my voice apparently dropped stupidly. Let's give that one another shot. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we will ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander. I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Tiberius, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Corythus. I have been granted an audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, and do not look so surprised. You would be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. I bet it's our... Oh, man. It's gonna be Harshfall. It's gonna be Harshfall. Oh, wait, that was... What's his face? Oh. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Tiberius. An audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat Sir Aymeric. Dude, I love Aymeric. Of all the leaders of all the nations, Aymeric is my boy. When I played my paladin back in the day, I bought his coat from the store. I bought it and I wore it, and people were like, "Is that Sir Aymeric?" It isn't, but it might as well be, right? I love Sir Aymeric. I love the dude. He's a cool, chill dude. I have nothing. Like, the only person cooler than him in this entire game is probably oh man, my brain just went blank. I have his face in my head, and now I'm just like drawing a blank suddenly. That's what I'm doing for trying to record late at night. Estinian. I can't believe I'm so embarrassed that I didn't know that immediately right off the top of my head. But no, Estinian's the only guy that's cooler in this game. The only one. So, we are to treat Sir Aymeric and Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We should be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see your wisdom of your plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Corythus. Mayhap you feel this is to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to a nobler use? If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. I don't know, man. A lot of the stuff I do ain't with using a pen, man. I'm not even pictomancers actually use their paintbrush. They just be making hammers and stuff out of magic paint. But yeah. Let's see. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Tiberius has explained the situation. He has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one which has given no small amount of thought. Alas, I am no more than is generally known. Oh, we're getting more primer for Heavensward. We're learning about what Ishgard is, and more about it. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abelathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver-Tear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on top of the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, and though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Tiberius. Our old friend Lord Hoshfont is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Yep, Hoshfont's cool, Aymeric is cool. I'll be honest, of all the people that, since I think all of them are pretty cool, Ishgard is my favorite city-state, hands down. Like, I like Gridania. If I could have started in Ishgard, I would have done that. I would have gone and I would have found a way to start in Ishgard. Like, Ishgard is so cool. I don't know, like, from the themes, like, I'm genuinely, like, there's a part of me that is disappointed that my house is in, like, Kugane area, even though Kugane is, like, the most sought-after land. I've had my house there for, like, over a year now, and in that time, no one has even come by and signed my welcome book. Not one time. Our neighbors get it. I don't even get one. Not even stop by and say, yeah, it's alright, you know, because I know my house looks awful. But, you know, it's whatever. No one signed my book. Not a single person. But, you know, what are you going to do about it? But, no. I love Ishgard. Ishgard is hands down my favorite place. We were almost bought a house in Ishgard, but we really wanted a medium plot, and I don't think we won the lottery for it, but we won the one. Somebody yelling kill? What? Weird. But yeah, no. If I could have gotten Ishgard, I would have been absolutely jazzed. But, you know, in fact, when I had a choice to have an apartment, my apartment was in Ishgard. But I eventually closed it down because, like, I don't need an apartment and a house when we finally won the lottery for the house. If I was really, really rich and I had millions of gil like my other guildmates, or guildmate, I should say, does. Maxwell Valerian's loaded, dude. Well, alright, comparatively. He's got, like, probably 20 million or, like, 30 million or something like that. I most have had, like 5 to 10. And I don't now. Because I put in as much as I could toward the purchase of our current home. So, which is why I'm so hell-bent on keeping it. But the amount of time I have to spend playing, like with my account active and going into it all the time, it's like property taxes. No one likes property taxes. Just let me keep my house. You know what I mean? But no, I'm really excited to get into Heavensward eventually and get that going. Them setting a primer for it is also cool, which I'm happy about. Don't think Estinian will show up, but he might. I know he does in the Dragoon job quests, but I don't know that he ever shows up any other time. At least not... I don't think he shows up in this part, but he might. I don't know. But Estinian, the other reason I love Estinian is not just because he's a cool dude and he does cool things, but he also has like a lot of character growth. Obviously, you have all of Heavensward, which tells a lot about him and then explains a lot about him. But also, like, he goes from being this, like, stuck-up, stern, angry sort of guy that just wants to go and kill dragons and hates all dragons and stuff to having a far more... Oh, somebody under the ground again. But having a far more, well, like, rounded opinion of things and also still being a cool guy and becoming kind of like a dude bro, kind of like Thancred. Like, if I could have, like, my own party of, like, dudes who could come with me, I would bring Estinian and Thancred, like, everywhere I go. Like, if this was, like, a classic Final Fantasy game, right, where you could have a party and they could all come with you, I would easily bring Astinian and Thancred every single time. As to who else I'd bring, I don't know, man. Another thing is Sir Aymeric, by the way. Fun fact, this is a dumb and not at all important factoid, but Aymeric was her name Lucia or whatever? Lucia's good looking, dude. I'm just saying, as far as video game characters go, I'm not really a man for blondes. They don't do much for me, but Lucia's pretty good looking. She's kind of got that, I don't know, tough girl power thing going on, but I don't know. She's easy on the eyes, I'm just saying. Maybe not like Mother Mayun tier, but look pretty good, you know? I know it's not important at all, but like I'm just saying, there's so many things that draw me to Ishgard, you know, including all the people being cool and all the other stuff in between, so... And with that out of the way, and me embarrassing myself talking about the attractiveness of video game characters, let's get in there and talk to some cool people, like Lord Halshfont. Ah, Tiberius, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, Master Alphino, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Halshfont. Forgive us for yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid, since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? As Fortem may even seek the aid of our newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak help to justify the decision. This is the recent resurgence of heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. Wait a minute. But to matter at hand, Sir Aymeric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told that he is eager to meet with you at his first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest while in the warmth of our hearth. But if you're willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you an entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as the hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. Well, the thing I was thinking about is, I know we did a snow dungeon, but I don't think that was Snowcloak, was it? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Snowcloak. Yeah, it should be that one. I don't think we did that. We did the other one. We did Stone Vigil, but we didn't do Snowcloak, did we? Because there's all these, like, ones... Like, there's certain... I was wondering if some of the dungeons they took out, when I say this, like, you know... When they shortened the MSQ, right, for ARR, was Snowcloak one of them? And so now we're just referencing, like, oh yeah, you did it. Because I don't remember doing Snowcloak. And I know that's terrible, because wasn't that long ago, but... I might be mistaking it for, Okay. Remember earlier when I was saying, like, oh yeah, what's going on over there? It's this. So... We've been expecting you, sir. Please take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. But... No, I thought we only did Stone Vigil. I don't remember doing Snowcloak specifically. Then again, I might be just misremembering. I'll have to go back and watch 20 episodes. When you're doing so much stuff, there's small details like that evade you.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
I wonder if that's the same voice actor as, like, the Aymeric who shows up later? Like, do they keep the voice actor even though they change over the other ones?
I am Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Aymeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
That's right, I'm famous.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
I think that is the same voice actor for Aymeric. It's going to be really weird when we transition to other voice actors, because for the longest time I only heard the other ones, and now I've gone back and I've heard the ARR ones so long, especially like people like Alphino. It's going to be weird hearing other voices eventually.
Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Aymeric got such drip, dude.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Aymeric, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
Oh,
The
Midgard
fallen
Sormer.
guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Oh, Alphino. So close-minded. Do you not know where you live?
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
The Aymeric's not unfair. Like, he's being like, look, I can't make a lot of decisions, but I can make this one. You help me, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and maybe it'll turn into something better later.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
Oh, Iceheart. Forgot about Iceheart.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Oh wait, that's right. I was thinking we were going to go into Snowcloak earlier because Iceheart was there, but we didn't go into Snowcloak. That's right. Okay, I was getting a little confused and I was like, wait a minute. I never went into Snowcloak, man. Don't be telling me I ever went in there. But I like, you do enough stuff, you're like, did I go into Snowcloak and just forget about it? Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Harshfont and find out what he has learned. I think we do this for a while and we come back, stuff kind of is going awry with other stuff. I could be misremembering though. But you know who knows? Knows now? Yeah. But no, so she's just like hanging out now. She's got drip for one thing, right? Like, kind of looks cool, right? A little bit of a stern face. She's got the feminist haircut, which I'm not really into, but I don't know. She looks alright. Let's see what Harshfont's got to say. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue the avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm, and we must act swiftly, as Lord Harshfont said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Tiberius. Why don't you go and inspect this ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of the intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Around. Alright, so we gotta get over there. I keep letting my foot off the pedal when I think I'm going to talk about something. That's all. Why I'm boozily. That's a man in a car. Alright. Let's go figure out what we gotta figure out. Keep thinking, like, where am I going? I have to go somewhere, but I'm not going. I keep thinking it's like up and to the right, but it's actually probably this way. I probably could have just saved myself the trouble if I just looked at the map, but who does that? I'm a man. Men don't look at maps. A level 38 warrior with flying? A Jaeger shock? Nah, man. It's not real. Someone power leveling warrior in this day and age? Can you even imagine? You, I don't know what you're doing, but you're bad at it. Oh, he's watching his friends die. Okay, cool. Good luck, friends who are dying. Ain't got nobody got time for that. Oh, there's a guy. A couple guys. Got a guy in a big red smock, and another one's on a like pony thing. People be busy out in the world. Oh, here we go. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Lord Harshfont bid you to speak with us? Then you must beg your pardon, sire. As you can see, the left nary a crate behind. Tip the wagon for good measure, even. The whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, if I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own and hidden away off. Ah, but you pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be his squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. And he's always the lone survivor, man. Fighting mud puppies on the riverbank. It's a bold plan. Oh wait, people dead? Oh, hang on. I'm gonna help out. I'll just stop and help this random guy. I'll leave before I even have a chance to say thank you. I love doing stuff like that in this game. Just like stopping by and healing random people. That's my favorite thing about playing healer when I play. Is just running into randoms like that and then just reviving them or healing them and saving their lives. That it just saves them time. You know what I mean? Is it the biggest deal? No, but it makes the world feel so alive and cool to me. That was such a cool moment for me. Like, it genuinely filled me with joy. I don't know how else to explain it. But... Alright. Also, another tangent, another matter. This fireplace that's in the middle of this, I love this thing. I love this fireplace. I would, like, genuinely, if I had the space for it and it was realistic, I would build one of those in my property. I love it. It's so cool. I got 3. I mean, it's not, like, I don't know if it's the most practical thing, but it's still cool. Wait, do I go in here? Nope, must be upstairs. Alright, there he is. Surviving Squire. You come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance of the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear. She leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. Sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red, and then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but I took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't, I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay there still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Oh, Shiva. I can't remember when the Shiva trial is. I don't think that was until Heavensward, but I keep thinking that. Like, when is the Shiva trial? Truly a question for the ages, I'll tell you what. Alright, Camp Dragonhead, because reasons. Do I need to take... I don't know if this is a full minute. Truly I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Because it's the best method of travel in the entire game, and everyone knows it. Oh, is somebody actually fighting up here? Yeah, there's actually like peep. There's an actual peep here. Can you believe it? You can do it, Shelly Spelly. Good luck, Shelly Spelly. Let's see. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saint of heretics. Wait, you mean she's the patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Harshfount, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Don't you see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshfount, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. Okay, so definitely Shiva's going to come sooner rather than later. I thought it came up later, but no, I think just Iceheart just shows up later. I'm not sure how exactly that works, but anyway. I trust I can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn swore to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren at Reverend's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Alright, so Shiva must be coming up. Still keep thinking about Snowcloak, but that doesn't matter. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed a little more than a nuisance at the first. The heretics were a problem to be sure, but relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind the attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Tiberius, pray join me in the White Brim front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance effort in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drilmont, should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. Alright, over the table and through the woods to White Brim front we go. I think White Brim front's the one that's not that far away. Why? White Brim, 2 minutes away. Perfect. Part of the reason I love Chocobo Porters, and I probably mentioned this in an older episode, but it's just like, it's like going the scenic route. Someone else is driving the car and you just get to sit and look around and stuff. But I really do enjoy it. But yeah, setting up for Heavensward is a cool thing. I know Iceheart is in Heavensward for a while, but I was kind of just like, wait, why? Because part of me was like, well, wait, if she's Shiva and we kill Shiva, doesn't that mean that Iceheart then dies? I don't understand. But I know that that's partially just because, you know, I don't know. It's like sometimes you kill the primals when they're like part of people or whatever, and they live, and other times they die. And I don't exactly know why one and why not the other. But maybe we just didn't beat up the primal enough, I don't know. Like, yeah, you punched the primal in the face, but you didn't punch it hard enough, so it's fine, you know? You know, that doesn't seem very secure if you can just walk up to that ledge and then get inside this castle thing. You know what I mean? I could do that. I could sneak inside their castle. No one would see me at all. This hat would not give me away at all. I would blend in like a piece of toast on a breakfast plate, you know what I mean? No one would even see me. That's a whale man. Or is that the guy that was... Oh, I bet that was the guy earlier that died, that I revived. Yep, there they are. I gotta go this way. Alright. These towers are cursed, man. They get to run so far. Well, Aymeric's here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillmon. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to be the matched description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that self-same frozen wall which we speculate might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. That blue sword is cool. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whiteburn Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. 'Twould be our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Aymeric. And so it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove all too brief collaboration, Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Drillmon has one in mind. Ice cave wall. Yes, yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the same result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillemets? We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, and has the question of the steps might be taken to prevent similar breach of our security in the future. Accordingly, we conduct an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whiteburn Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we have identified only one possible heretic. It is the man that has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause. He will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jean-Tremont, I'm guessing, in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with the heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen it that his suspect knows nothing that could endanger our plans. Alright, sneaky, sneaky. I remember when they started doing the stealth missions. You know what I mean? Where, like, be on the edge of this fate sucks. Where they started doing, like, the secret hidey, follow missions or whatever. Where you sneak behind people and then follow. Alright, but we're gonna wait. I'm on to you, man. The suspected heretic leaves the southwestern gate. Wait, southwestern, my bad. I just can't read. Alright. Oh, is he in the middle of that fate over there that I have to now walk into? Couldn't possibly be that. Everybody over here fighting. Everybody kung fu fighting for that matter. Look at this. Look at this madness. I didn't sign up for any of this. Just like, nothing going on here. The suspected heretic follows the road east. I like that. Like, this just giant, like, we're fighting ice sprites thing. And it's like, oh, nope, don't see anything. Definitely not me. Surely not me, sir. Not at all. Alright. There's the next point. The suspected heretic sends south. Alright. Take a ride from this point. This one's a little bit farther away. Is it into this cave? Is it a natural formation? Oh, they're attacking it under the ground. Oh, nice. Not suspicious at all. These bars taking this long to fill up is just completely unnecessary. How far is this guy's walking commute? Yeah, this absolutely would have been sneaky, but... Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice, you'll hear us on Whitebrim front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak. This is what you bring me? We already know about... Mumble. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels. Dead before they know what's happening, nevertheless. If you waste my time again, is that clear? We should follow that guy now. Alright. Gotta go back that way and ignore the people under the floor killing the mudkips or whatever. It's okay, we got a whale. It's a whale of a good time. Yeah, I think that might be the same dudes from before, I'm not sure though. Ice Spray Fake murdered all those random dudes. Ain't nobody even here to work on it anymore. Supposed to be there to help, but unfortunately I can't help them, they're already all dead. Alright. It couldn't possibly be that you want me to run to the top of this tower again, could it? Surely not. Surely you would not do that to me. Your cruelty knows no bounds, sir. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. What that you could have heard the words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are the key to their plans, which means it is a key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our fortresses unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare Knights are on patrol in the area. I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once, but knowing nothing of our enemies' numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It will put my mind at ease if you could consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of a storied warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If alone is kind, we may catch the heretics before the plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Tiberius. The lives of our allies are at stake. Alright. Alright. We'll see what we're looking at here, but I think we're coming up on the end of this episode at this point. We've got a lot going on. We're hanging out with the Ishgardians again, getting stuff set up for Heavensward, which is good. And meanwhile, stuff can go on behind the scenes. I have no idea where I'm going. Where am I going for this? Way over there. Okay. Alright, we'll head over there, and I think that's where we'll cut it for today. But let's ride our reared bomb cart thing that I have here. I think it's... I have to go down from here. I always do this to myself. Okay. Everybody close your eyes, don't look. Whew. Man, did you guys see me fall with style? It was crazy. Alright, I hope all you guys closed your eyes like I told you. I'd be really upset if you didn't. Be a real shame. I might even be offended, I don't know. Alright, let's find our way to where we're going. But yeah, so I'm guessing that Snowcloak is coming up because we have to go in and like assault it or whatever. I really do genuinely have no idea what these bots under the ground actually get out of this, but what do I know? But no, so we'll go with Snowcloak, and then I'm assuming not super long after that is probably going to be the Shiva trial, I'm guessing. Which, you know, I remember when the Shiva trial came out, man. Everyone was all about that music drop when she snaps her fingers after she breaks the ice. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty cool. I mean, it might seem kind of soft compared to stuff now, but I remember when that came out. It was a big deal. Everyone was very hyped about it. Also remember when we found Wedge underneath this bridge hiding like a coward. So, you know, it's good times, and more good times. Alright. Well, right here. So instead of getting into a fight with these people, we will call it there. So with this, as I'm sure you're aware, there's this thing I say, and it's probably a thing you're very acquainted with and you've heard a lot of times, and that is, till next time.